All right, guys, Daisy and I are here to talk to you about the 5 things I did this year to lose 16 pounds. So, I've already shared a couple videos where I brought everybody up to speed on the fact I hit my goal that I had set back in October 2019 of getting back to the low end of my weight maintenance range. And there were 5 things I did this year consistently. Actually, let me say 7 things I did because 2 of them were new commitments to my already existing habits and behaviors. So the 7 things I did were: one, I reached out to the Half Size Me community and I shared that I was going to be keeping up with my personal journal every single day. I list out my goals, my actions, what I eat, my fitness, maybe anything I'm struggling with mentally, anything I'm doing to help myself with my thought process, all my action steps. Everything. So that all went into my journal every single day. I showed up consistently. Then I also showed up consistently every week and I did a weekly weigh in. And that was to give an update on my weight. And let me be honest with you and say, in the course of this last year, there were weeks I lost nothing and there were weeks I gained weight. And so the showing up consistently piece is where most people struggle because you will have weeks you don't lose. You will have weeks you gain weight. And it's the showing up regardless that will make the difference. So the other 5 things I did were: one, I tracked consistently. I journaled consistently. And what I mean by that is I used iTrackBites to track points for part of the year. I used MyFitnessPal to track calories and macros for part of the year. And then I took 3 months and I tracked nothing. I tracked no calories, no points, nada. I actually used something called ATE app, ATE app, which is a photo journaling app. What I have learned in all the time that I've been doing this is people get so caught up on that part of it, but really it's the most insignificant part. It's the being self-aware and knowing what you're doing that's the most important, and not allowing your eating to become mindless and you become unaware of your behaviors. So how you journal your food or what program you do it through or what tool you use is the least important factor. What's the most important factor is that you do it, that you journal in some way, whether it's photos, whether it's paper pencil, whether it's tallying up how many treats and fun foods you have per day, something that keeps you mindful and aware. The second thing, I was consistent with my fitness and my movement. I walk every day. I do some kind of fitness, whether it's relaxation yoga, whether it's strength training, whether it's some kind of metabolic workout. I do some kind of exercise. And the reason I do this is because it makes me feel good. It keeps me focused. It gets me moving. It makes my body feel good. The next thing I did consistently, and there goes our girl. The next thing I did consistently was weigh in every single day and put my weight in the Happy Scale app. Why would I do that? Well, because just like you, there's weeks I don't lose. There's weeks I gain weight. And when those weeks happened, I took a step back and I said, let's take a look at the big picture. Where was I a year ago? Where was I a month ago? By looking at my weight through that lens, I would get much less frustrated, much less irritated, and continue on. The other thing that I did consistently was I took maintenance breaks when I needed them. I've always promoted that. You guys have listened to the show, the podcast, all this other stuff. You know I talk a lot about maintenance breaks. When COVID went down, the pandemic happened, I took 2 months where I chose not to lose. I chose to maintain my weight. And I'm grateful I did that because I didn't gain anything, but I also didn't lose anything. I just stayed the same for 2 months. So that was totally fine. There was absolutely nothing wrong with doing it. And I would encourage you to plan maintenance breaks into your own journey. And then the other thing, the most important thing that I did this last year is practice patience. I really was consistent with patience because this is not a fast process. 16.2 pounds in, let's just say 10 months, because I took 2 months at maintenance. That is not a fast weight loss, and that's okay. I am currently going through perimenopause. I am, in my 40s. I am doing things that I can sustain long term, have treats, enjoy life, I'm not worried about dropping massive weight every month. I just want to be consistently moving in the right direction. So for me, patience is a magic sauce to this whole process. You're going to do work and work and work and work, and you may not see results, but if you give it time, you will. So patience with consistency are key. So I hope this list helps. I hope it gives you some insight as to how I did this last year. And I want to encourage you to think about the areas that maybe you struggle with and make those your focus going in your own weight loss journey. Daisy and I want to say, have a great day. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon.